Hey everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Devil May Cry 3. This is a counting nightmare, and today we're doing mission 5, which is very fun. This time we'll check out the other Devil May Cry 1 costume, the one where he's got his coat off. It does seem like a Devil May Cry 2 costume at first, but the colours are inverted. So we've got quite a bit to do in this mission. To do it, we're going to start off with Trickster, which is still at level 1, but it is close to hitting level 2. We're going to buy an upgrade for Stinger. Stinger level 2 makes it travel farther, which is very useful. And we're going to upgrade Ebony and Ivory. We haven't checked out the gun screen yet. Here we can upgrade our firepower. We can upgrade it again, but we will do that later.
Thanks for destroying the luck for me, devil boy! And welcome to hell! Please accept my gift. Don't be humble. Just take it. After all, we're buddies, aren't we?
Well, isn't that special? To be honest, I was expecting something a little better than this.
So the mission number 5 was pretty obvious there. I don't think I need to point it out. Hell, it's still visible even now. These are an interesting enemy. Blood goils. The unique thing about these enemies is that you have to shoot them before you want to kill them. If you try and just slash away at them, they'll actually split into 2 new ones. Not good. So you have to shoot them first to turn them into stone. And there's one all the way up there who just flew over our head for some reason. It's probably not very bright. Since he's separated, we'll kill him. Shotgun's great for turning them into stone. And here come his friends to help him. But they're too late. This one here is bigger than the others. That's because he can actually split on his own. You've got to keep an eye out for that. When they bulge out, that means that they're going to try and split. Turn them into stone though and you'll cancel it. Just got a couple small ones here. When you're beating up on them, you don't really want to stinger them because that happens. They bounce away from you. It's an interesting enemy. They can be very annoying, but I think they're a fun little design. When you get overwhelmed by them, they get quite painful though.
Welcome to hell!
Yes, you actually get to fight Chester. How awesome is that? He dodges your bullets, then he tires out and you can beat the crap out of him. As I'm sure many of you have dreamed of. Then he goes and launches an attack at you. It's one of 3. This is probably the worst because it's the trickiest to dodge. The best way to dodge this one is to just watch the shadows on the ground. They're all bouncing at different heights, so it's hard to tell where they are. The shadows are your best bet though. So you have to shoot him there, or he just teleports away and laughs at you. So he just does this loop over and over. We'll go back into this attacking phase now. He's doing one of his other attacks now. This is my favourite because you can just sit in here and bash the crap out of him while watching out for the spheres. You need to be careful and not get caught up in your combo, or you could easily take a hit. But you can get quite a bit of damage on him here, as you can see. And back to shooting. So on higher difficulties, it gets harder to tire him out. If you don't tire him out, he'll actually go straight into his attack phase, which doesn't leave you much time to hurt him. On Dante Must Die mode especially, this can be quite painful. That's why I like switching between the shotgun and the handguns. You can see there's a green orb there. If you can slash it and break it, it'll actually give you a green orb for health. The green orb isn't very big though. It's pretty goddamn tiny, to be honest. And I honestly don't think it's worth the effort. I've only got one attack he hasn't done yet, and that's this one. This is easy to dodge as long as you're far away from him. And have air height, I suppose. And have air height, you might be in a bit of trouble. And he's finished.
Oops.
Yeah, that guy's a psycho. But he did give us some experience, so we got Trickster level 2. Level 2 Trickster is where it starts to really shine. We've got a nice double dash now. We've also got an air dash called Skystar, which looks very reminiscent of the dash from Mega Man X2 and onwards. It is Capcom, remember. It's that fun little fight. That's actually only in the special edition. In the regular edition, you just head straight out this door after you fight the blood goyles. Well, we want to get across there, but we currently have no means of doing so. So we'll see if this board thing we picked up is of any use. Maybe in this little device up here. A lot of machinery in this tower. Gotta wonder what it's all for. Now we have an awesome little bouncy thing. We can use it to get all the way back up the top. And there's also a shiny item. A Vajura. Controls lightning apparently. But it's not actually a weapon. Bleh. So what we're going to do with that. Oh, there was a thing last mission that said something about lightning. So, may as well investigate. This corridor is now full of lusts. 4 of them, I think. Nope, just 3. They're not what I'm concerned about right now, though. I'm concerned with heading back into this room. If you remember all this stuff way back up here, there was something shiny. Shiny is always good. So let's try out this thing. So apparently Dante doesn't know how to use a lever. But whatever, because we now have this. You need not fear hell nor oblivion. Well, that's a bit of a lie, because we still get attacked by demons and stuff. But whatever. Ooh. Shower of arrows right away. Just wait for them to finish shooting. Now we'll see if we can get close to them. Ha, got him. Now, the trick with these archers Enigmas, sorry, is that they've been upgraded. They now actually try to get away from you, as you can see. It's a very nasty little upgrade they get. These two up here don't have it for some reason, which makes them easy targets. Let's go finish off the third one before we worry about those sloths. Helmbreakers are nice at cancelling their arrows. Now we've just got a couple sloths to worry about. They could be rather annoying in this room because of their teleport. They can be nowhere near you and then teleport right next to you. Still not dead. Oh, now he is. That took care of him. Oh boy. And there is more, and they are all skating around horribly. That was fun. And he escaped. Doesn't that just make you very angry? So there's now quite a few archers in here. Ooh, we killed one. There should be two more, I believe. Who knows where they've skated to. Oh, there they are. Whew. You stay in that corner. Oi. Trying to take out this. There we go. You can get them cornered. And take them out pretty quickly, but they can very, very easily escape you. Now we just have this sloth to take care of. Almost called him a lust, but he's a sloth. Phew. That was intense. We've got our Soul of Steel thingy. And in this hallway we've now got lusts and prides. That hallway's different depending on what door you come out of. It's either got lots of lusts or lusts and prides. Not really sure why, but that's just how it works. So since we no longer have to fear oblivion, let's see if this does anything in this room. Maybe it'll make a bridge or something. Maybe it'll carry us across. Well, don't see anything happening. Haha! Alright, we better not push our luck. And here we've got a combat adjudicator. But only icy cool to the core techniques will work. Yes, each combat adjudicator is actually tied into a weapon. And only that weapon will work on it. It's a way of testing how good you are with the weapon. And of giving you some combo practice. Which I think is a really nice idea. Now what the hell is this? Used it? What? What did we use it? Ah, so we just got this awesome thing that lets us walk across air, and we have to give it to some bloody door. Life's full of disappointments. Also this costume, with the Devil May Cry 1 costumes, it makes your sword look like a Force Edge, I believe. Can't get a good look at it really. Though I really don't like this particular costume, it just... Dante without a coat just looks really odd. Except for shirtless Dante, that's not too bad. So we've got a switch and an elevator. What do you think we're going to do? Well, you're wrong. Haha. Because we've got a secret mission. One of the harder secret missions. Untouchable. Yes, we have to take no damage. And yes, there are lots of enigmas in here. 4 enigmas. So the key here is getting in behind them really quickly. Ooh, I got lucky there. Whoa! That was close. So the other 2 have skated away to the corner, which puts them off screen so they don't actually fire arrows and approach them. No. You could just sit there and just shoot them until they all died. But I would definitely prefer to finish them off with my sword. This isn't Devil May Cry 2. And the other one is in that corner over there. So they only skate away on high difficulties. On lower difficulties, I think they still do skate, but only later in the game. So at this point, they just stand there. And you can take them all out one by one. That does kind of hurt you though, because then they're almost all on screen and you have to dodge them all. So this might actually be easier on higher difficulties. And there's our reward. Now we get to play with the lift. The lift will leave without us. This is a tricky lift because we have to fight for it. How so? Well, we have enemies. And we have to take them out quickly. You can just knock them off the lift, which is probably your best bet, especially with a shotgun. Shotgun's really good at that. And Stinger is great too. If there's too many enemies on the lift, it'll get weighted down and it'll go back down to the ground. Not what you want. Then you'll have to start again. You can see if you're too slow here, you can easily end up overwhelmed. But it's not really that bad. Once you know what to do. Just use the shotgun a lot. Also, there's some sneaky red orbs up here. I only just discovered those ones myself, actually. And you climb that. And you get even more red orbs. And a nice view of the moon. So off we go. We might as well destroy everything around here because why not? Some red orbs. And you can destroy those axes on the wall. Destroy that too. But I'm missing it. Die, thank you. And a green orb. We have a door, and we have a statue. Yes, it's boss time. I know a lot of people were hoping that I was going to use a Royal Guard strategy here, but I'm actually going to save that for later, when we've got a higher level of Royal Guard. Then I can really show off the strategy. For now, I'm going to stick with a parrying strategy, which is actually harder in my opinion. You don't have to use Swordmaster for a parrying strategy. I just like it.
Look, brother, it's been ages, but we finally have company. I see that. We must entertain our guest. You're right. We have to be gracious hosts. What should we do? How do I know? We need to come up with something. Brother, our guest is sighing. Sigh? What is sigh? Well, a sigh is when...
Enough already! How long are you two gonna keep carrying on like this? In case you didn't get the hint, I'll spell it out. You're a guest. Wants to go through. Got it?
Our job here is to guard this pool. That's right. We can't let you pass.
This is Agni and Rudra. One of the most interesting bosses in the game. They're very unique because, as you can see, there's two of them. They've got their own health bars. So Agni is the red one, his element is fire. And Rudra is the blue one, his element is wind. No, it's not ice. They've already got an ice-based boss in this game, Cerberus. So I'm actually parrying his attacks there with my Cerberus. Cerberus is good at it because of its fast attack speed. That gives you a nice opportunity to attack him. Normally these guys block a lot of your attacks. See? A good time to attack him is after they've attacked and get a few hits in, usually. It's pretty hard to get in some damage that way, though. But disarming them is a good way to go. It can be tricky to time it right, though. So when they go to the end of the room like that, they're almost always going to jump attack you. Almost. Because sometimes they'll do a running attack. They do that if you're too close to them. Keep an eye out for that, because it can very easily catch you off guard. There we go. Opportunity to attack. That was a great opportunity because the red one was busy charging his weapon with his element. You can see his weapon is glowing with fire. It takes them a few moments to do that. It lets them do their elemental attack. Oop, mistimed that jump. Let's focus on the red one for a bit, because the blue one's pretty low. But that wasn't a good opportunity to try and parry, because both were attacking at once. It is nice when it works out, but it usually doesn't. So, just be careful. The trickiest thing with this fight is making sure you know what both brothers are doing. There's his elemental attack. It's just a big tornado. Just get away from him and you'll be safe. And he's charging his weapon again, which gives me an opportunity to attack the red one. But don't want to go over there. I thought he was doing his big thrust move, but he was not. Let's get a bit more damage in on the red one. That was a badly timed parry. Parrying strategy is actually pretty tough, because if you miss time parries, you will take damage. And Royal Guard is actually a hell of a lot easier, as you'll see later on. Because I will show it off. The red one's weak to ice, as you can see. It's not huge, but it's enough to be worth switching to Cerberus. Ha! I killed the blue one with Ebony and Ivory. See, Ebony and Ivory are useful. What you gonna do now, eh? Now they have their combined form. And they do try and get in a cheap attack there, so you have to roll or jump out of the way immediately, or you will take a hit. It's a cheap move, I know. So they get some new attacks like this. That one's actually got a very short range. You can just get to range and it will not hit you at all. Or you can stay in close like that. Which is a bit risky, to be honest. So you can parry their combined form. I find it's a little bit harder. It might be due to the intimidation factor though. Something I find is that doing several parries in a row is actually harder than just doing one every now and then. I think the timing gets tighter with each parry you do. So if you're having trouble with parries, just do one and then dodge the next attack. You can parry that attack too. But it hurts if you don't. Got some bad camera angles here. So I'm going to wait to parry his next attack. Stop doing that one. Oh, he's got me cornered now. And now we can finish him.
Wait! Yes, wait! We have been waiting for a long time! Yes, a very long time. For someone stronger than us. Someone who can control us. My name is Agni. And my name is Rudra. You shall take us with you. We could be a great help to you.
Okay, but on one condition.
What is it? Name it!
No talking.
Fair enough. As you wish. Impressive.
No talking. Good.
We now have a very awesome new pair of swords. Sadly, they don't talk anymore, just as Dante asks. Let's try them out. Where are they? Yes, you can only carry 2 melee weapons with you in this game. It makes sense when you get a whole bunch of them though later on, because we keep getting more as the game progresses. So let's try them out. Agni and Rudra have the element of fire and wind. They're a favourite of many players because they feel a lot like Rebellion, but they've got more power to them. They're a bit slower, but they've got some familiar moves, such as a charging attack to get closer to enemies. All in all, a fun weapon and a great addition to our arsenal. So, let's go. And that's mission 5. And there is one big catch to that fight. If you can kill the 2 brothers within a very short amount of time of each other, they actually won't go into the second phase at all. That's a very handy trick. I didn't make use of it because I wanted to show you what the second phase looked like. Wouldn't be much of an LP if I just skipped the whole boss phase. So that was mission 5, and please join me next time for mission 6.